they love their crab cakes, and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Gun. Cut. Ready. Check. 40 them up.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Here we go. Ready?
On first down, Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Check. Hey. Check 15.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake. But Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's third down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So on fourth down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Three yards remain for second down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. Like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No. What was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. 1:50 to go here in the first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Jackson will throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Jackson. eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Adolphe Owe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 2nd and 20. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That was second down one for Murray. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Jackson now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Slap. Check 31. 11.
throwing again on second down. Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
There you go. Hey, can.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off around the 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And down inside the 15 he goes. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Bengals drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow on play action. That is caught. It's Uzama. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
On 1, ready? 11. Watch your slot. 11, Thomas.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, it's Murray. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's upended after a gain of 2 after the 27. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Second down and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Murray. Murray has the first down and more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain. And now you're looking at 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.